So now you know where the Ceylon tea is coming from. It's from Sri Lanka. So Ayubowan. Ayubowan is our traditional greeting, which means, may you be blessed with a long life. And how can we have a long life if what we eat is not right, isn't it? So today I'm going to tell you about how my tiny island can contribute for you to have a very long life. Because it says what you eat is what you become. So this is Sri Lanka. This is where I grew up. And we are a tiny island situated in the Indian Ocean. And we are surrounded with pristine blue waters and then the clean sandy beaches. And we have lots of natural resources, from rivers to the waterfalls and man-made tanks, which are like dated back to 12th century AD. And also, we have an ancient irrigation system still in use. And the beauty about it, it's made according to the philosophy that not even a drop of water should go waste into the ocean without benefiting the humankind. So this irrigation system is still in use. And we have a very tropical climate. It's really a beautiful island. So is organic agriculture new to Sri Lanka? Not at all, because our traditional farming is not only organic, but it is a way of life. Basically, I grew up in this whole like organic environment. And if you want more reference to the Sri Lankan traditional farming, you can refer to the Kandyan Forest Garden, which is the oldest agroforestry in Asia. And we have a very high biodiversity amongst the Asian countries. And Sri Lanka's soil is very rich in natural nutrients and also the minerals. You must be probably wearing a nice blue sapphire, which is coming from Sri Lanka. So you know, how rich is our soil. So up until the 1970s, Sri Lanka did not use any chemical fertilizer. It was all organic. And when I was growing up, we did not have to worry about just pluck a fruit from the tree or just eat it even without washing it. But then, what happened to the whole world? The open economy and then the green revolution has done so much harm to the world. And it has actually increased the chronic kidney diseases among the farmers in the north central part of Sri Lanka. I mean, we should never celebrate opening a new super specialty hospital in the world, because we should actually prevent the cause. So this is like my personal belief. We don't celebrate opening the hospital. And then Sri Lanka reintroduced the commercial organic farming over a decade ago, and it's been in the uphill trend. And according to the International Federation of Organic Agriculture, the total land area in Sri Lanka for organic agriculture was 2.5%, which is really high compared to the 2006, which was just 0.65%. So you can see the growth in Sri Lanka about the organic agriculture. So, and also the ISO considered the Ceylon tea, or the tea coming from Sri Lanka, is one of the cleanest in the world. And we have over 400 organic certified companies. And also we have more than 12,000 organic farmers and producers in the island. And most importantly, the younger generation is very much interested on organic farming, which is actually a very good sign. And these are some statistics from FIBL or FIBL. So Sri Lanka is among the top 10 countries in Asia for the largest organic area. And also share of the total agricultural land. So Sri Lanka is among the top 10 in Asia. And these are our organic products, or this is what actually we made in Sri Lanka, certified organic products. So we have Ceylon tea, which is considered like purest, and also like currently we are boosting the Ceylon organic green tea and also the Ceylon coconut product. And 90% of the world's coconut, organic coconut consumption is coming from Sri Lanka. And also we have organic spices, especially the Ceylon cinnamon, and black pepper is most sought after. And we have organic traditional rice varieties, which are becoming the trend now because it's more healthier than the new rice varieties. These are all heirloom rice. And then we have organic fruits and vegetables. Then we have superfood. I hope you all have heard about the young jackfruit, which is becoming very popular among the vegan community around the world. And we have moringa leaf powder, which is again a superfood. And we have organic essential oils, and we have herbs, which are actually healthy and is being mostly used for medicinal purpose. And also in the Ayurvedic medicine, we use these herbs. So these are basically the organic products which is coming from Sri Lanka. So what are our strengths as a country for organic production? So we have this indigenous knowledge, and up to now, we still use this knowledge, which is coming from generations to generation, and then we manage it very sustainably. And also, I mentioned to you earlier that the younger generation is very interested in organic farming, and they're very well equipped with the modern technology. So these two combines together, and it's a strength for us. And then there is high degree of biodiversity in the country, and also we are compliant with the local and international organic standards. And Sri Lanka is actually recognized and is a reputable country for the quality product supplier to the world. And we have abundance of natural resources, and we have skilled labor to enhance the organic production in our country. And these are the opportunities. We have a very brave president in our country, Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He announced a few months ago that we should transform Sri Lanka's agriculture to 100% organic, which is actually not a simple task. But he's so brave, and he's a good commander, so we believe that he can do it. And which has actually garnered support from around the world, from the experts from the field, and also the environmentalists, and also the healthcare experts. Because as I mentioned to you before, by using the chemical fertilizers, the health of the people have been deteriorated. So Sri Lankan government is working hand in hand with the health experts for all these new changes happening in the country. So you can refer to Dr. Vandana Shiva, who is an expert in this field, the organic field, and she is really supportive of this change in Sri Lanka. So definitely the next 5 years will be a transitioning period for Sri Lanka's organic agriculture. And then currently there is a trend, this youth who is farming organic produce, they are actually converting all these abandoned farmlands to the organic farmlands, which is actually adding the more land area to our organic production. And also the government is helping the farmers, whoever wanted to convert their regular farming to the organic farming, so the government is subsidizing them. And also they are establishing the organic fertilizer factories around the country to help the farmers. So many changes are happening in Sri Lanka. And this whole decision of the president is it's going to really benefit the country, but it's going through a huge change. And also it will definitely help Sri Lanka to expand into the new organic markets. And in Sri Lanka, there are 8 international certification agencies for organic produce, like the Control Union and EcoCert and BioSwiss. So all these companies are established in Sri Lanka, and then they're supporting with the government and all the organic farmers and the producers in Sri Lanka. So there is an organization established under Export Development Board of Sri Lanka. It's called National Organic Control Unit, or the NOCU. So their objective is to protect the credibility and safeguard the image of Sri Lanka as an organic supplier to the world. So NOCU is mandated to ensure the proper controlling and monitoring of all organic related activities. And every producer, processor, exporter, importer, and even the certification companies must be registered with NOCU. And if you're an importer here from Sri Lanka for the organic products, you have all the right to approach NOCU and check whether your supplier is really being registered with them. So it is something very important that you should do, because everybody, whoever has the organic certification, must be registered in NOCU. And so currently, we export organic products to USA, Germany, France, Japan, UK, the Netherlands, Sweden, Switzerland. So we are basically more focused up until now to the Western world. And we have been able to produce according to their organic standards. And this is probably the first time we are trying to bring the organic products to this part of the world. And you really do not have to worry about anything because all the organic standards have been met for these products. And lastly, I just want to tell you, Sri Lanka has a huge opportunity to grow, and we are really in the right direction in terms of organic production. And converting the whole country to the organic farming is, we consider it's a huge opportunity for everyone, not only for Sri Lanka, even for you and me, because after a few years, we really do not have to worry, because Sri Lanka will not use any chemical fertilizers for the production. So you can close your eyes and bring something really good out from Sri Lanka. So support Sri Lanka and make it your next destination for the organic production. And if you need any information regarding the Sri Lankan organic products, you can visit the Export Development Board. And the chairman, Mr. Suresh Dimel, is really helpful, and he always guides us. So please feel free to reach out to them. And if you want to speak to someone in Hong Kong, you can reach out to us. You can contact us on this email. Yes. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Harini. So does anybody have any questions upon this topic? Okay.
Hello, thank you for your great speech. So I just have a question, why your export market is not targeting China? Is that because competition there, or is there regulation of China? It's difficult for Sri Lanka enter the China market because you are mainly targeting Europe and North America, right? China is closer, and I feel like the market is big. And the Sri Lanka government and China government is maintaining a good relationship. So why not targeting the China market?
Yes, actually, surprisingly, we were more towards the West before. And I think it is something new as well for Sri Lanka to export something to this part of the world. We are here, for the first time, we are importing products from Sri Lanka, and we have a huge variety of products coming in from Sri Lanka. So the same way to China market also, Sri Lanka is relatively new. And we are still understanding the rules and regulations. Sometimes it's not only the certificate which is valid to Europe, but then we need to do according to the Chinese regulations, right? So I think we are still learning. Sri Lanka is still learning how to export something to China. And the Sri Lankan embassy in Beijing, they're closely working with the Chinese government on how to mutually do the trade between Sri Lanka and China. And I think for me personally, it will help me because I'm based in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong has a very good connection with China as well. So I think in coming months or years, we will export more and more products to China. So we are still the baby. We are still learning how to do exports to China, and it's really amazing to see the support, even what we are getting from the China government to Sri Lanka. It's always the good friend of Sri Lanka, and I'm sure that they are trying their best to get the products from Sri Lanka. Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Harini. So any other questions? Okay, if not, then thanks again. And yeah, thank you.